Welcome to 2022, guys. What's going on? This is your boy Roman, Mr. Enemy 343. Back at it through another year, and I gotta say, it feels really good actually just being back in another year. But hopefully, we can actually put 2021 behind us, and hope to God this isn't like 2020 New Game Plus Plus, because I really do not need any more, or like 2021 New Game Plus, because at the end of the day, we're just sick and tired of all these freaking wokies just shoving their political agendas down our throats. And oh boy, oh boy, is that not real fun? These people all only care about themselves, their own tokenizations. Hey Jaden, it's actually good to actually see you here, dude. Yeah. But I'm just still waiting on some friends to actually show up, and also try to have a little bit of fun. So I'm actually holding off on the open chat live streams until Thursday, because I figured that would actually make a hell of a lot more sense. It's actually a new month. But of course, all these social justice weirdos care about is, they just want more representations. And I hope to God that this year, and I know I'm tempting fate at this, but I hope to God that these people will have a little bit of common sense and learn to actually be a little more respectful to others. I know you might as well wish in one hand, take a number two in the other, see which one feels faster. But at the end of the day, these people have no common courtesy. They don't use their brains. And by far, they only just rely on one thing and one thing in particular, and that is outrage. The more outrage they get, the more freaking likes and retweets they get. But it just kind of shows how freaking idiotic these people are. Yeah, I'm still waiting on some of my friends to show up, hopefully, because just kind of wondering if they're actually going to be here. Oh. Yeah, just waiting. And I also had to freaking pull a freaking 10-hour over at work for New Year's Eve. And oh boy, was that fun. Oh, didn't get out until like 12:20 in the morning, because there were so many freaking dishes being backed up. I was like, holy. And then New Year's Day, it was just slower than slow. Yeah, one day you're actually freaking slammed. The next day you're just slower than holiday molasses going uphill in January. Ugh. It's ridiculous. But I'd rather be working than spending most of my time on social media bitching about my feelings like some of these freaking NPCs do in order to get validated. But in all seriousness, how's everybody's 2022 been so far? I mean, I'm actually still having a good time. I'm thankful I still have a job. Oh, we got a guest. Hold on. Whoops. We had someone, but apparently they just freaking needed themselves for some stupid reason. But hopefully we can get them on board if possible. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my usual group of suspects. If you know what I mean. Do. Just playing the waiting game. Oh, hey, we got somebody. Hey, it's Dio. Hold on, Dio.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, dude.
Well, second day of New Year, whatever. But either way, so it's a brand spanking fapping New Year, which means we have big plans we gotta do and take care of for our channels.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is today's topic?
Oh, we just actually want to go over like some of our plans for like what we got planned for 2022 and stuff like that. I'm gonna say the open chat for Thursday though.
Okay, well for me it's wait what?
Uh, good. What's your plans for
What
2022,
was
dude?
uh
Good.
well I'm going to become a VTuber. Top is a 20, I believe, 15 model, and that shit ain't gonna
Huh.
cut it. So yeah, definitely. But on top of that, um, I already have my VTuber idea out. I'm not gonna say it here, but
Huh. Oh, come on. Why are you actually doing this to me? I'm trying to listen to what Dio's trying to say, but uh, are you still there, Dio? Because I don't know what's going on. I mean, you just kind of cut off mid sentence, and I know I know you still got your plans for being a VTuber and all, but oh yeah, whoops, there he goes. Well, hopefully we can actually get a Dio back because might be having some technical difficulties. But all in all, still waiting on other guests as well. I mean, I'm still pretty much trying to figure out like what I want to do. And I might actually do some stuff, but like doing some fan service Fridays, but I might do a spicy Sunday, if possible. Where I actually try playing Cinnamon Conquer Peach Beach Splash on Twitch, if possible. Yeah, just seeing if Dio's still around. Hopefully he could come back. Just waiting on Dio. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous how friggin' how modern technology works. Yeah, it's just I usually just keep asking myself, why does technology suck so much? I mean, yeah, I know we got the midterms coming up in freaking November, but of course, the clock be start the clock we start ticking, try to actually help actually change this country around a little bit. But I'm still gonna focus on doing more anime related content. Try to actually be the voice of reason. Might collect some some more dojins and stuff like that. And actually try to freaking be a more spicier content creator. In fact, the reason why I actually do the spicy content is actually just as a way to freaking repel all the freaking wokies that actually try to, per se, ruin anime by saying, oh, we actually need to get rid of freaking all this because fan service in anime sexualizes women and turns them into sex objects. I'm sorry. It's just those types of takes are just absolutely stupid. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Especially when people who say that if you actually like fan service in anime, then you're a misogynist, you're a sexist, and you actually demean women. No, we don't, you idiot. We can separate fiction from reality. Twitter is not a real place. In fact, Dave Chappelle said it best. Twitter is not a real place. You guys need to actually pull your heads out of your backsides just so you can understand that we do not live on Twitter. We have lives outside of social media. But of course, these people don't understand. They don't understand at all. Yeah. So yeah. Try to see we actually have any guests available, but apparently not. Because like I said, if I wanted to actually do this wanted to do a solo something, I'd actually would do a video. But usually I prefer having me and my friends together when we do our live streams. Because at least I prefer having conversations with other people than just, and it kind of feels like, something's going on, and I hope that freaking Dio can come back and also has ears to open, right? In the waiting game for somebody, because I sure as hell don't want to be the only person here. Otherwise, if nobody's here with me, then I'm probably gonna have to end the stream early. And I really don't want that to happen. Just playing the waiting game. Waiting and waiting. Let's see here. Also, another thing, guys, I actually hate to say this, but stuff like this is not misogynistic. I don't care what people say. They actually think something is misogynistic. They're not real anime fans. I hate to burst their bubbles, but they can pretend to be anime elitists and stuff like that. But you're just actually nothing more than a fake fan who shows their real colors by saying, "Oh, this is problematic. We need to change it. We need to censor it." No, 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 no. No. You do not censor art. That is where I draw the line. Censoring art is by far one of the worst sins that someone could ever commit. Oh, we went up from 3 to 2 viewers. Yeah. Don't know if anybody's going to come and join. Now we're up to 3. Hopefully somebody will be here with me. Oh, we got a guest. DBZ and GT for life. Hang on, dude.
What's
Hey,
up,
what's up?
man? Hey, man.
Oh,
What's
not
going on?
much.
Well, we're in 2022. I'm just waiting for YouTube's downfall.
Yeah, that's going to freaking take a while, so.
That's probably
Yeah.
going to take a while. It'll probably give me some time to grow my channel and get my freaking fully get acquainted with, this Dragon Ball type of content with a mix of other things too.
Yeah, exactly. But, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's the one thing you should remember. That's why you got to start with baby steps. You got to start small and then build up.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I wasn't happy with all the content I was making with the other channels I had. So I had to freaking find a way. And this channel so happens to be the best one I've ever created.
Well, that's good.
And this time, I'm just growing this even more and more. Now I haven't uploaded, but when I do upload, I'm going to tell you my content will change and it will become much more edgier and, more, in quality and stuff like that.
Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty much going to still do the same thing I usually do, but I'm going to try seeing if I can actually also do like some spicier content where like I'm actually planning on doing fan service Fridays where I actually freaking play like Samurai Kagura Peach Beach Splash on Twitch. So that's one of my plans though. If it's possible for me to do it. Because my internet my Wi-Fi connection is really pretty shitty.
Well, I should be doing another live stream soon, but I don't know how soon.
Yeah, in fact, I'll actually be around for that, and I totally understand.
Yeah, because I look at certain things online and I look at like artwork, and then I'd be like, you know what, this interpretation of this particular thing makes me want to cross over with the thing. Is like I like to make references to other people's stuff because I want to give I want them to get a certain level of notoriety too, because the thing is people think, oh, you just do it for clout. No, it's actually the complete opposite. I like doing it because it will turn attention towards the person that made that particular thing because I personally want them to get that particular thing off the ground somewhat, not off the ground because it's already off the ground, but I want to bring more attention to it. So, because their stuff is not that known. Well, how can I get clout for stuff that's not even known like that? That's what I'm talking about. Is like I don't care about clout because I can get that by building up the stuff that I already have. I have talent, I have creativity. I don't need clout. If I make a video on a particular person, they always say it's clout, especially black people. They always say it's clout when it's not clout. Maybe that person is calling you out for a reason. It's not always about clout. It's never been about clout for me. It's always been about freaking it's always been about the creativity. And me bringing attention to the particular thing is something I like doing because I like making references to stuff. It's never been about clout. I just like doing stuff like that.
Exactly. And hey, Dio, you still there?
Hey,
Yeah. Okay. So here's a fun story.
huh?
Uh, I don't have any minutes on my phone, so I can only do Wi-Fi. And when I was calling you the last time, I was, at work, leaving work, and I was using their Wi-Fi. Then, well, walking home, there's no Wi-Fi in the middle of the street, so
Yep. Anyway, I still gotta get freaking minutes for my phone too. So I'm actually doing straight talk. So
also that's what I have too.
Hmm.
I mean, it's much more
basically,
cheaper. Like I got this phone for like $100.
yeah, and it's not a bad price, but maybe I might
Oh
need to
no,
actually I might need to get a new phone soon too. So probably might get a new one with my
tax
tax
return.
return.
Ah, yeah, it's
Yes.
not. I mean, for me, I'm getting a new computer with my tax returns. That way, I can do VTubing. As a thing.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I totally gonna say. And also, yeah, I'm still planning on doing the same kind of content that I usually do. Well, I'm also planning on doing like fan service Fridays where I'm playing like freaking Samurai Kagura Peach Beach
Uh,
Splash over on Twitch.
that's good, and you should. I
Yeah.
did have a spicy Sunday, but to be fair though, today I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay, but I have a D&D session with my bro and his friend. So we're going to go to his friend's house and well do D&D.
That's pretty fun. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
but in all seriousness, guys, this is why we actually need to actually make 2022 a better year than 2021.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because 2021 was just a freaking crash year.
Well, it's
So
only
was
because, well, here's the thing.
Compared to
I really don't.
2020, it was uneventful.
Well, here's the thing. Every year, it's not even about the year. It's even the day itself. Not it's about the week, the month, etc. You make the best of those 24 hours every single day. Only you stand in your own way. Now, sure, there are other issues like, well, like if you want to do a thing on Twitch, you have to make sure it's under the stupid little guidelines, whatever, or YouTube. You can't say the F word too much. You can't say there's two genders, which, spoiler alert, there is. But you gotta be careful because cancel culture, these SJW whack jobs, they're everywhere. And we can't just sit down and enjoy something fun because these idiots are always here, in the back going, oh my god, this is misogynistic because pee pee poo poo.
Jesus.
exactly. But here's the thing, there, Dio. We need to freaking counteract cancel culture. But in order to do that, it's like I'm gonna take a quote from Major Golden Eagle. Freaking blocking and muting these people is a worse punishment than giving them negative attention.
Exactly. I mean, it's just because guess what? As soon as I get my comic book started and stuff, what I'm going to do, because there's going to be people who will be like, "Oh my God, you're using a yokai, a Japanese protagonist. That's what's the word? Cultural appropriating or some BS like that." When no, it isn't. it's free game for starters. Secondly, shut up. No one no one wants your opinion.
Seriously.
But
Exactly.
though
Seriously. I think the biggest mistake back in the 2000s was people making fun of emos. I'm sorry. You know, if the people of that time came here and saw what was going on now, they would appreciate them. Believe it.
what's also funny? Someone
Mhm.
brought this up too. But what would be a good movie is if a SJW from 2021 or even 22 now, if they were to be sent back in time and set in the 1980s or 90s in high school, they would be destroyed.
Oh, oh,
There's
oh, God.
people like there's people with the mentality of a person from the 90s and 80s, early 2000s now and now current times. There's people like that still around, and they're willing to say what they want to say and treat anybody a certain way if they get treated a certain. Yeah, there's people still like that.
Well, yeah, but like, I'm saying, just imagine these idiots going back, or one idiot going back in the '80s and having to be around all this misogyny and evil stuff.
Uh,
When
they would, dude. The people from the 80s wouldn't even touch them. They'd be like, they'll just say something. This person will probably kill themselves.
exactly, I mean, all they gotta do is just say "boo," and SJW is ruined for life. Like they will have PTSD.
Yeah, and basically, here's the thing: people should have a right to, be happy about certain things instead of just
Like I
listening
said,
to all these freaking social justice weirdos online.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, one thing I do want to throw out there too. So you remember how um the Wokies always say comics were always political and stuff like that?
Yeah,
yeah,
Well,
no.
here's something that's kind of funny. Yesterday when I was on YouTube, you know how YouTube does the recommendations because you saw X, why not watch this? Well,
Yeah.
apparently because I seen the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, it showed me this one person who was talking about Sonic. And it was like well, first it was is the Archie comics. So the first comic he was talking about was like how Sonic cockblocked Tails. Like there's it's a long story, but to make it short, Sonic kind of steals Tails' crush, even though it's later found out that the crush didn't really have any interest in Tails. So, but no. So the other thing he was reviewing was apparently there's a Archie Sonic comic where Knuckles is the main focus, and the bad guys are I can't really say this due to YouTube and stuff, but let's just say they're bad people, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
They're very bad people. And they what makes it even worse is
Oh,
they
fucking great.
huh?
No, I see somebody coming over. Hold on. This
Alright.
person, every time they come over, it's annoying. Hold on.
Alright, well, what I was gonna say was, like, apparently the evil, one who was doing all this was like a kidnapped robot,
uh,
and and one comic also had something about how um they were like domestic abuse. You know what? I'll show you later.
yeah, it might be a good idea because basically, it's much more better if you actually showed me without, explaining it to me. Because, oh God,
I mean, it's more funny than anything else, though.
All right. No, it's fine. Um, pretty much, you know, when it comes to these wokey bastards, I get tired of talking about these fucking people. They just should not fucking exist. Like these are
I
the
mean, I think we I think we all get tired of talking about them, but the sad thing is they exist. And what's funny is my new YouTube account. I wanted to just make it strictly anime, but sadly though, because it's anime, I always get like Hero Hey or Clownfish TV or someone who was talking about how an SJW was crying about, anime boobies or whatever. And it's like I can't escape them. I cannot escape the SJW disease.
Well, you know
Like,
what they say. Basically, if they just want to sit there and cry about freaking anime titties all day, what you doing with my gloves? Aren't they
hey,
out there? Because hold on,
okay,
I'll be right back.
yep, huh. Well, it's just me and you, Dionysus, right now. But yeah, I've been I'm doing my hair right now. Just I gotta freaking unravel this shit. You know, I gotta give myself a particular hairstyle I want. I can't be just walking around like this.
Yeah. In all seriousness, guys, I can't stand all these people saying, "Oh, anime boobies are bad." Freaking wearing ahegao is actually equivalent to pornography and shit like that.
I mean,
These people,
isn't Hage go hentai or whatever?
it's just freaking facial expressions
Uh, I mean, I know that, but I thought it was like cut from like hentai panels or whatever.
from dojin panels.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's not like freaking they're showing boobas or anything like that. It's just a facial expression.
yeah, pretty much. It just gets annoying. I deal with this shit with every fandom has a particular like every type of people have this just really weird, toxic, weird ass freaking aesthetic going on with them. I don't know, man. It really is like not chill whatsoever, and I
and
don't
here's
want to
the
be part of that shit.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. And here's the thing:
that's why I have my
people
own thing.
really. This is why I seriously blame freaking social media, because basically they're actually allowing toxicity and all these like freaking blue-haired land whales and Trigglypuffs just run amok all over the damn place, trying to ruin anything and everything that they can freaking destroy. Thinking, oh, look at what we just destroyed. Thanks to us, we can actually live a little better. But no, they're actually making things worse.
Not just that, but at the end of the day, they're jealous that no one wants to look at an ugly, disgusting, diseased humpback whale or a hairless donkey, and instead we want to look at something that is appealing. That's why when I showed you that freak of nature who was showing its man boob things, whatever the fuck it was,
That
I, put, and, yeah, I
is
put
that
in
a dude or
pictures.
a girl?
I have no idea what the fuck it is. But that's why, show
Okay, it's a
pictures
girl.
of,
I'm just gonna say it's a fucking girl trying to be woke or whatever.
well,
You
either
know?
way, it's absolutely, disgusting. But, I mean, that's why I show pictures of attractive women to kind of be a palate cleanser. Because no one wants to see a disgusting humpback whale
A lot
or
of people.
fucking donkey.
And then and you know what's so funny? There's people out there who say you're racist because I'm not attracted to.
No, I mean, if you're not attracted to someone, that's your preference. Like, I'm sorry, my penis doesn't get erected at any fucking female. That's not how it works.
Yeah,
Pretty
in
black girls.
fact,
I'm just not fucking attracted to them.
and you know what? I actually prefer Asian women myself. Because
I
they're
mean, I have
actually
like
really
Yeah.
a laundry list of what kind of women I prefer from black, Asian, Mexican, white, the whole nine yards. But
Hmm.
they have to be appealing. Just like when I showed you the pictures of those different types of women, the Asian woman, the white woman, black woman, etc. They're all appealing to look at.
Yeah.
exactly.
But but no one again wants to look at fucking a humpback whale
Or fucking
with
Man Bear
pink
for that matter.
with pink
You know,
hair.
Yeah.
like freaking Abby from the freaking Last of Us Part 2.
I'm sorry, but Abby looks better than those bitches. I'm sorry. It's so bad with these SJWs that she even looks better than them. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, I know.
At least he's
Basically,
not.
freaking,
At least
I
he's not
still
a fat
blame.
ass, disgusting, obese motherfucker. At least she's not fat. No offense.
Yeah, but I just wasn't really a fan of like what she did to Joel and like how Neil Cuckman actually freaking just offed him.
Listen, if they didn't kill off Joel, I'm pretty sure would have.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it's not even her fault. It's just the writers, the shitty writers, and shit like that.
Yeah, and not just that, but also freaking Neil Cuckman.
Yeah, he really he kind of dropped the ball on that game. Like
Yeah, he did.
if he would have went about things a certain way, he probably would have. Because the gameplay of Last of Us 2 seemed pretty really good, but
The
again,
story just sucks ass.
yeah.
And also, the freak. Here's the thing. It turns out that the creator for the Uncharted series was actually a woman.
Well,
And
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, there's a lot of women that create stuff.
yeah, but yet they actually want to say to these women that actually make stuff, including like female mangaka, that
Yeah.
they're actually internalized misogynists.
How the fuck are they maternalized as misogynist? They're just creating things.
Exactly.
Dude, these SJWs is gonna end up getting their ass handed to them one day. They're gonna all get fucked up. They really are.
Yeah, in fact, it's like the same thing with Smoke Talks. Basically, when he was actually saying shit like freaking Cowboy Bebop sucks, Demon Slayer sucks, Fire Force is actually misogynistic and all that shit. He doesn't fucking understand that,
If
he
he
doesn't
thinks
actually have a functioning brain.
if he thinks Fire Force is misogynistic, I wonder how he'd feel about Redo of Healer.
Yeah, probably. Oh, God damn it. He
Would probably make
actually.
a YouTube. Does he have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, Smoke Talks? Yes.
He would go
And he's only got like.
crazy on it. He would make out.
Okay. Yeah. Looks like freaking Necro 13 just broke. NFTs suck. Yeah, no freaking shit. You're not gonna make any money from making NFTs. That's
What the
another
fuck
thing
is
that
an
really freaking
NFT?
grinds my
Like,
gears.
what the fuck is an NFT? I keep hearing about that.
They're actually short for non-fungible tokens. Basically, it's an artwork that it's like a freaking. It's a scam. Basically, they just actually create some form of art, and then they try to actually snicker you out of like millions of dollars just trying to get that one particular piece of art.
Well, it's that's stupid. That's how you know people is desperate now. This COVID stuff
Yeah,
got people fucked up.
basically, freaking, I don't see any freaking value in NFTs.
Yeah, like if I want to look at a piece of artwork, I can just go on DeviantArt or Pixiv or just in the internet in general.
Or go to
Seriously.
an art museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck would I? An NFT is just a fucking character in a canvas background. Like, dude. Like, no, I seen what it was. I just didn't know exactly what it meant or what it was or what it did. But I just seen pictures of what an NFT is. It's just a
Hey,
person.
Mr. Anime, what's up?
Oh, what's up?
Not much, Shadow. Just
crap.
freaking. What's wrong?
No, it's just that I'm doing my hair right now. It's kind of annoying, but I'm getting through the kinks.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah,
I know I
freaking.
just got here, but I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay, we'll be right here. But anyway, guys, I just can't stand freaking. Oh, there goes Dio. But he'll come back. But eventually, here's the thing. I don't really see any problems with like fictionalized things. There are certain things that we need to talk about, like freaking mental health, like violence against both men and women, mind you. Because if you want to actually stop misogyny, you got to stop the misandry as well. That's just the thing that
Okay,
these
so
people don't
apparently
understand.
I can't. Alright, so I'm on my cell phone, right? And I was just
Yeah.
looking at the other windows, but apparently I can't be gone for too long, or else I will be kicked out.
Oh, that sucks.
Which means I gotta stay right here, which that kind of does suck because I was wanting to look at other stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame you because there's certain things, but hold on, I gotta see if I can pull up Wilcox's channel for DVD and DT for Life. I'll be back in a moment. There we go.
But anywho,
Oh. Hold on. All right, almost. Okay, I got it now, and I'm gonna put it in the private chat for us to see.
alright.
Go and posted.
What is this?
Oh, that's the guy that freaking Yakuza Western Kill Up for freaking Butterball actually promoted.
He probably did because this guy gave him butter. Like, you have a deal, I love butter. Because he's fat.
Yeah, it just freaking pisses me off.
But
How these
listen,
people
that's why you got to keep moving forward with your ambition. You cannot let this little thing get the best of you. You have to, hold on, I got, God damn.
Bless you.
Thank you. But like I was saying though, you have to, better yourself and know where you stand on YouTube. And know that even if you had 1,000 fans, it means nothing if you or they don't interact with you.
That's why I'm actually a smaller channel, and I do interact with my fans, and I do treat them as human beings. Unlike freaking Butterboy, he only has people that align with his views because he's a totalitarian.
Yeah, exactly. And he is a butter eating fat bastard. What he loves is butter.
Yeah, but I gotta say,
Fried butter.
butter is not food. It's a freaking condiment.
Uh-huh. But to him, it's the meaning of life.
Oh God.
Like he bathes in the butter. Oh no.
Oh God, why?
Also, he makes videos of you because he loves you.
Basically, I do have a thing for anime dudes, but Butterboy is not my type.
Yeah, I mean, he's an ugly, fat, butter-eating bastard.
Yeah, basically, I do like looking at like muscular dudes or like femboys, but Butterball, no. No.
I think a storm's coming.
Yeah, freaking! I had to sand the freaking driveway because we're actually having a snowstorm coming in.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, this is just kind of like, how ridiculous people can get. Saying, anime is misogynistic, but he doesn't understand that I do let women actually into, like, freaking Maggie Negan, TW Fangirl 27, or DD for that matter, onto the
Yeah.
stream, but he doesn't see that.
No, now he sees is butter, and more butter.
That's why
Because
I'm
it's whole,
actually just no. In fact, he said that he's trying to make me into his lol cow. I'm actually doing it vice versa. So I'm playing my reverse. I'm actually making him into my lol cow.
not just that, but he eats butter on a daily. If anyone's laughing at anyone, it's the world is laughing at Butter Boy.
Yeah. In fact,
And
I'm just
the way he probably tries to pick up girls is still like, "Milady, I hate people. Can I have some coochie, please, milady?"
yeah, and he says for neuralities too, which actually is freaking ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure neurologists were like, no, I don't like butter boys. I like guys who have a penis, who doesn't have to rely on their mom's strap on.
Oh, god damn it. This is why I just really enjoy freaking roasting on Butterball, because he's just freaking easy target, and he's
Yeah, I mean,
just
he's a giant fat
out.
mass. Of course, it's an easy target. It's hard not to hit him. It's like missing a mountain. It's like missing a mountain of butter. You can't miss it.
Exactly. Even if you actually have fishbore accuracy, you can actually still hit the damn thing.
Exactly.
But in all seriousness, dude, I really do appreciate you guys actually, having my back. And like I said, I'm still moving on forward, and I'm still trying to get other content done. I mean, probably after I do like my character analysis.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. Besides, like I said, as soon as I'm done doing like my analysis for like the Rego Killer characters, I'm planning on jumping over to doing Peter Girl and the Philosopher's Time.
That's good. Well, hey, listen. I do have to go early because, like I said, I got that D&D session, and I just got off of work, so I want to take a shower and kind of get my phone charged and stuff
Oh, you
like
have
that.
a D&D
So,
session? Nice.
yeah, me and my bro are going to go to his friend to do it and stuff. But with that being said, like I said, my resolution, if you will, is get a new computer for my tax returns and become a VTuber. And I am going to stay off the sugar and stuff, kind of hopefully lose weight and shit. But with that being said, to all my glorious little heathens, remember, this is a brand new year, which means, it's up to you to grab the bull by the horns to make this your year, and don't let anyone, especially the Wokies, stand in your way. And furthermore, let your desires burn brightly.
Heck yeah.
Well, bye.
Later. But in all seriousness, guys, like I said, I just actually really need to freaking get a couple things off my chest. And in all seriousness, I really do appreciate you guys coming on board and, freaking dealing with my crazy ass shenanigans.
Hey, if we could talk about anime that's coming out in 2022, is anyone else looking forward to Chainsaw Man besides me?
I'm actually kind of keeping an open mind about that. Because, I'd actually, I mean, it does look like it does have potential, and
Yeah, it's kind of like one of the only anime that I'm actually looking forward to this year. I mean, I guess there is Orient, but I don't know when that's coming out.
yeah. But then you also got like World Dead Harem, which is probably gonna freaking cause like some massive outrage with all these freaking social justice weirdos.
Honestly, I don't really care for the series, but I support the fact that it's making SJWs re.
Yeah, shows them that they're pathetic little Riris. And of course, I'm still trying to figure out what kind of other content I could try doing for my channel. Try to
But
sprucing it up a little bit.
to be honest, I think I'm more looking forward to like shonen anime compared to any other genre of anime. That's just kind of my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really just stick with just shonen because I prefer because for me, shonen is basically the equivalent of vanilla ice cream. It just gets bland after a while.
I understand. That's your
Because
opinion, and I respect that.
yeah, and I respect yours. You see, that's just the thing. We have respect for each other. People don't understand that. If you want respect, you have to earn it. And basically, you guys have earned my respect, and therefore, I've earned yours. Because
Thanks,
basically,
Mr. Anime.
of course, you see, respect is earned, never given. If you guys want my respect, you have to earn it. But I don't give it out easily, though. I mean, I actually had someone actually freaking, while I was doing one of my fanfiction writings, they were so freaking mean and nasty to me, saying that I should go freaking kill myself, freaking that someone would just freaking kill me or
Mr.
whatever.
Anime,
What's up?
if I have to say anything about it,
Yeah?
just remember, their fan fiction is way worse than your fan fiction. I'm not saying your fan fiction is bad, but something like Dark Fate or The Last Jedi are way worse fan fictions than yours.
So true. But I usually just do this kind of stuff for fun.
Yeah, same. Instead of my social politics.
Yeah, just because I don't do social political bullshit doesn't technically give you the right to actually just sit there and actually sit on your high horse all day expecting someone to just, oh, we need to actually try to cancel this first because basically they're just actually nothing more than political bullshitting socialist wannabes.
Hey
Seriously,
guys,
fuck.
sorry about that. I've been gone for quite a long time. Sorry.
It's all good. We were just actually going back and forth, and also, Theo actually had to go off and do something, so.
It was probably what he said
Ugh.
earlier.
Also, just want to make this clear to everyone. I'm not just into children. That's just the thing I like the most. I'm also into isekai anime, which that's a close second.
I mean, I'm into actually I don't have a particular favorite. I just like whatever anime that is particularly good or for me. I don't really like a particular genre more than the other.
And that's
Same here.
fair. And that's fair. And I respect that.
Yeah, in fact, that's just the thing. There's actually different tastes for different people. But,
I mean-
you don't have to just go sit there and just, say, oh, this is bad, we need to change it. No, you don't, you freaking moron. The reason why it's actually so popular in the first place is because there's fans that actually do support it. They're willing to spend their hard-earned money to actually, make this series possible. But don't even get me started on the fact that, freaking Crunchyroll Soymation is trying to actually change it. And also another thing, don't even get me started on the fact that freaking Viz Media hired a freaking censorship advocate like DJ Kirkland. Oh, I seriously hate that guy.
We're probably not the only one.
Here's my thing about DJ Kirkland. This guy actually made a tweet back in 2016 saying, "Oh, freaking Japan is actually just some freaking homophobic amusement park, and there's LGBT plus suffering going on in that country." Oh God, that just
How ironic that he is! How ironic it is that he's actually localizing anime.
Yeah. Yes. It's like all the people who says they hate anime is really people who like it and like really like down low like it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo,
these people
here's
probably do like
what's
anime.
up?
Well, don't take it the wrong way, but I think these people want like anime, but they also want to change it. They like the concept of that anime. Like that's why stuff like Death Note and Cowboy Bebop exists. The live action Netflix adaptations. You know the ones I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
They like
exactly.
they like the idea, so they want to listen. Instead of making like a Death Note adaptation, why don't you just make something brand new but inspire it from Death Note and use the same ideas or inspire it from it and give a shout out to the creator? Why not make your own stuff and then make it good?
Because they'll probably call it a ripoff.
You know,
I mean,
they say, "Oh, I really like the idea of what the creator did, and I wanted to make something very similar. I hope you guys enjoy it." Like, there's ways you can maneuver. There's no need for all this bullshit.
exactly, and that's why I'm actually drawing some inspiration for my ability to get Demon Hunter as like an inspiration from like Demon Slayer, freaking Wild Wild West, and stuff like that. And man, I'm never gonna forget that movie for as long as I live. Basically,
Why?
there's this one particular scene in when freaking Jim West, played by Will Smith, he's a dude's head actually sitting on this contraption, and they're trying to figure out what the scientist actually saw before he got decapitated, and it was actually burned into his retinas, and he's actually standing there going, "That is a man's head." He says it like 4 times, with the fourth time going, "That is a man's head."
Also, if I could just say this, hey, the fierce, empathetic Black Queen, what's up?
Yeah, she's actually saying hi to all of us, and we do appreciate all those who actually come into our live stream. It's actually there's so many freaking. Oh, anyway, there we go. Oh, we got another guest. Hold on. Oh, we got Bubba.
I am here.
Hey, Kira, Bubba.
What's up,
Hey, Bubba.
guys?
Hey.
Not much. Welcome to 2022. Hopefully it'll be a better year. Hopefully it'll be a better year than 2021.
Well, I'm not going to hold my breath that it's going to just be better, but I am certainly going to do my part in trying to make it better.
Exactly. We can only control what we actually have within ourselves. That's why we actually have to have like self-ownership. Of course, I was actually watching it from a PragerU video.
So I have an interesting point. At least it's interesting to me. That I need to make, and I need everyone to withhold judgment and gunfire until I am completely done making it. So
Okay.
so here's the deal. Sony is batting 1,000 right now. Venom 2 was at least good enough for everybody to consider it good. Everybody that liked the first one liked the second one. So one can argue they gave fans what they wanted. And the thing is that they expand upon this and even insert enough influence into their MCU adjacent movie to make Spider-Man worth, that they gave the fans what they wanted to see. They are the only MCU movie last year to actually make MCU money. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Excellent movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 35 easily. But then last night, I binge watched the entire new season of Cobra Kai, which is also done by Sony. It's through Netflix, but it's done by Sony. And here is my question. If Sony knows, and they seem to be the only ones who know, that if you give fans what they want, that the fans then give them the hard-earned money that they go to work for, why can they not, at Sony, get their activists, their activist voice actors and moderators under control when it comes to Funimation and Crunchyroll?
That's the
Also-
greatest question.
Also, to add on to what you said, the Spider-Man games on PS1, not PS1, but PS4 and PS5 are pretty good. Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales are absolutely decent Spider-Man games.
And
Just
also,
Go ahead.
I was just adding
and let's
on
not
to what you
forget
said.
what Sony was doing with the fucking, some of the games they've actually had. Trying to censor Japanese games for that matter.
Yeah, that's just been pissing me off because I can't stand when Sony does that shit. Like, listen,
I meant to add that too.
I love PlayStation, but Sony really fucking pisses me off.
Well, and see that's the thing, when it comes to anime and and even anime-based games, for some reason they have chosen anime and the anime content, Japanese content. They have chosen that to be what they move against. I don't understand when we are at a moment where the two biggest things in life right now in social gatherings are Japanese animation and superheroes. Whether it comes to video games, whether it comes to TV, whether it comes to printed page, it doesn't matter. That the thing is that they're doing so good with one aspect, but then it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't understand why why they've taken such a ridiculous stance, or why they've allowed the activist voice actors at Funimation, which they own, to behave the way they have. I don't understand why they allow the censorship through Crunchyroll, and of course the censorship through the PlayStation. It completely baffles the mind that it'd be one thing if they were just absolutely clueless, if they were just absolutely stupid, if they knew or if they knew absolutely nothing. But they have proven to us. I finally understand. We all hear it a lot. Those of us that have parents that care. Well, I know this material. Why can't you do better on the test? Why can't you get better grades? And because our parents wanted us to do more. They wanted us to try harder. I finally understand a little bit of that frustration now that I'm looking at Sony, who are doing better than everybody else. Warner Brothers is not doing bad. Godzilla versus King Kong was absolutely amazing, and I'll give the Suicide Squad a good solid C plus B minus territory.
7 out of 10.
But yeah, we can do that. At least a hard 7. But the thing is that when it's all said and done, they too, seem to. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all have seen the previews for the new Peacemaker television series.
You mean the one starring John Cena?
Yeah.
I started watching that, and I've actually seen the Peacemaker series, and that was pretty interesting. But we just hope to God that freaking it's not gonna freaking pander to China, because these companies, they're trying to freaking pander to the Chinese audience along with the CCP.
Well,
I prefer them freaking appealing to Japan than anything.
Yeah, well, my problem with my main problem with that show is that they have taken the Peacemaker, who was a hardcore, he's literally the character that Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons, who they based the comedian off of. And they've taken him, and instead of being a super patriotic, Black Ops, hardcore, over the top. I mean, yeah, he takes things too far. He's like a patriotic Punisher. But the thing is that they have turned him into their parody of what they believe, to be guys like us. And what bothers me about this is that, of course they've put this show together. They've played him off as just because he's a dangerous man baby doesn't make him not a man baby. The way they're portraying him. And what irritates me the most about it.
Hey,
You see what I have on my virtual cam?
Don't
Nice.
say.
Yep.
Nice.
Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
I can't do it with mine because I don't
just to
have-
finish, anybody that knows anything about the comic books, forgetting the Peacemaker himself just for a moment, anybody that knows anything about the comic books should be absolutely pissed at what they have done to Vigilante. Vigilante was never a stupid character. He was never a dumbass. I am so irritated over what they have done. They have turned him into a clown.
It's like Bane. It's like Bane from Batman and Robin, or Batman Forever all over again. Whichever movie.
Yeah.
It's
It was
like
Batman and Robin, but yeah, it's that bad.
Oh God, it's that all over again. They always
Yeah.
watch that in the movies.
So
You always find some way to botch things.
So to ask something real quick, do you think it's actually possible for Jason Todd, aka Red Hood, to be in a live action film, whether it's
Pretty
like the Christopher Nolan universe or like the DCEU, or better yet,
Christopher
maybe
Nolan universe is coming back, but
Huh?
I don't think the Christopher Nolan universe is coming back. But if it did, that would be pretty cool.
yeah.
I would love to see that.
Honestly,
Well,
I'm not really
especially-
into the Christopher Nolan universe, but I've always thought that Red Hood would have been really cool to see in that continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it could be the reason why Batman works alone. The last time he had a sidekick, he was killed by Joker or something in that universe.
Well, because we don't know what all happened during the 10 years between, what happened with the Joker and what ended up happening with Bane and Talia. There is a lot that, they just kind of, glossed over 10 whole years. And so, for all we know, he could have had another sidekick or, my only problem with that is that if they went that route, they would, we know that this Batman is as retired as it can get. So what I'm, I mean, the man literally has no cartilage left in his knees, and so it would be, it would be the detective whose middle name was Robin. I have no idea who thought that was a good idea, but anyway, it would be up to him to take down Batman's original sidekick. The problem with that is that he himself is already all three Robins rolled into one. Forgetting his middle name just for a moment, or I guess John was his middle name. He is, Robin was supposed to be his first name, but anyway, forgetting that for a moment, he literally had the same background as he was orphaned like Dick Grayson. He had and he was a cop like Dick Grayson. He had a similar upbringing to Jason Todd, and he found out Batman's secret identity the same way Tim Drake did. They literally just rolled all three of them into one, and
pretty much into one entity.
Yeah, and so it might be a little hard to sell that one. But
okay, what about the
if
DC
you do put Jason
Extended
Todd
universe?
with that guy, it would be a clone of one another, and it wouldn't be unique.
Like, what about
I'm afraid. Go ahead.
What about the DC Extended Universe?
Yeah, that'll work.
Like,
yeah,
Batman v Superman. I know it's a bad movie, but there
yeah.
was a
Okay,
scene
first off, it was not a bad movie. I don't know why
movie.
people keep saying that. It was okay. It was. I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie in the world, but the only two things I hated about that movie is that they killed Jimmy Olsen. That pissed me off to no end.
I was on a stream where they like, oh, why does it matter? Man, fuck you. It does matter. I do not.
Yeah, it does matter.
I do not like the fact that they killed Jimmy. I still like Zack Snyder's work, not just his DC movies, but his other movies. He's pretty good. You know?
And when it comes, like take the Supergirl series for instance, everybody's like, well, yay, Jimmy Olsen's black. My problem is not that he's black. If he were still a nerdy little black guy, with the wearing overalls and a bow tie, chasing Superman around and being his pal, I'd be okay with that. But they made him a strong, tall, confident jock. I don't care if he still had red hair and was pale as a ghost. It doesn't matter. He's making him big, strong, and confident completely breaks his character. The whole point of Jimmy Olsen was that he wasn't a superhero. He wasn't even trained like Robin, but he was still there. He still showed up and did what needed to be done. He was
a regular person. And there was an episode of Superman or whatever episode this was that pissed me off is when Mercy, Lex Luthor's assistant, was beating up Jimmy Olsen. I was like, oh my fucking God. That is fucked up. I would have just, like, you could have at least ran around until she got tired.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing. For all that Young Justice does wrong, one of the things that I loved about it, it was after the real Roy Harper had been brought out of his cryostasis, and of course he hasn't aged a day and he's missing his arm, and it was when he beat the cybernetically augmented Mercy, when he beat her, even though he only had one arm, and she's literally like shooting laser cannons and stuff. I enjoyed that fight for so many reasons, and it was the fact that the guy literally takes on the name Arsenal, and if there was anything that did this character justice, it was that scene, because we literally see him with one freaking arm taking on a Amazon cyborg woman, head to head, and in the domain of Lex Luthor and Cadmus. Like, I mean, he's so like I said, for everything that show does wrong, I do absolutely love what it does right.
Yeah, like Young Justice is not perfect, but it's still pretty good for a lot of reasons. Even
I haven't seen any of the new season.
The newer seasons are pretty decent, but I mean, like, DC with their new stuff is kind of cringy now. It used to be really good.
Yeah, see, and here's my issue with Young Justice. It's set in Earth 16, so I used to love and I still do to a certain extent, but I used to love alternate realities, alternate futures, that kind of thing. The problem is that now DC and Marvel are using that as an excuse to treat these IPs however they want. If you don't like what they're doing, they're like, oh, it's just not the universe you like. Goodbye, and that pisses me off a little bit. But what I will say is that this was a show made about teenage superheroes and all of their angst, all of their problems. Yeah, all of their drama is very, very present. And they do that very, very well. And so, you know what? You get some weird love triangles, you get some they thems thrown in there. I don't care. As long as they still tell the good story, and they do. They do still tell a good story. I've seen seasons 1, 2, and 3, but my biggest problem with this series is that season 1 comes out and it is a smash hit. Especially they took a gamble because everybody was still pissed off that they canceled Teen Titans.
Yeah.
But they come out with this show and people are like, well, it's not Teen Titans, but it is good.
Personally, I would just replace that show with Teen Titans Go, because that one deserves all the hate it gets.
No,
Well,
Teen
yeah.
Titans Go is just like it should not. It's something I just can't believe happened. It went too far, and I think
It did go too far.
and I think the biggest problem was them constantly playing it on TV all day for 12 hours. It's like, dude, like give other shows a chance to breathe, even though the rest of your shows suck. Just give them a chance to breathe.
They did the math. Mathematically speaking, Cartoon Network, 82% of their overall schedule for 3 years running, 82% was Teen Titans Go. They literally spammed that show so much that 82% of their programming was Teen Titans Go. That is the most horrendous, ridiculous, disgraceful insult to anybody who grew up watching that station. And these mindless little children. I know.
The worst part is that Teen Titans Go isn't even a Cartoon Network original. It was made by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even Warner Brothers' fault because they probably wanted to not even.
Well, no, Cartoon Network is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but Cartoon Network did all the stuff that they did with Teen Titans, so they actually freaking, they was the one doing all of that. Warner Brothers just created the thing, but Cartoon Network had complete control over how the show was managed, and that's what they did.
Well,
Annotations actually brings up a good point. And the thing is, okay, there we go. And the thing is, they didn't care.
No, they didn't care.
They did not care at all.
But here's the thing. If you guys want really good content, like if you're a fan of anime and both DC Comics, I suggest checking out Batman and the Justice League, because this is basically a win-win for the fans right here. Because basically, it's like, you get the best of DC, but it's actually in manga form.
Wait, what is Batman?
What is that? I didn't even think that existed. What is that?
It's actually called Batman and the Justice League. It's actually a manga created by the creator of Saint Seiya: The Lost Canvas.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Amikami's pretty good too, but yeah, that one was really good.
But I actually only have like books 1 and 3 though. I
don't like
find 2.
I don't like the new 52 incarnations of the characters, but I do like that in manga form. That would have been better for him.
Also, here's another one you should check out.
Wait a minute. Let me see. That one looks really cool.
It is totally worth reading.
Hey guys, what if Batman and the Justice League ever got like an anime adaptation?
They did do that with Batman Gotham Knight, but it was wait a minute, who's echoing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm muting.
But like I said, I'm talking about Batman and the Justice League, like the whole manga being adapted into an anime.
That would be cool because we've seen DC do things in anime form, so I would actually like to see that.
Also, I know I'm probably the only one that ever wants to see an adaptation of this story, but does anyone remember that time where the DC universe meet up with the Looney Tunes universe?
Yeah, I've seen something like that before. I didn't really read it too much, but I think I've seen something like that before. Why?
It would have been a great idea for like a movie, like a those animated films.
Yeah, it would have been an amazing idea for that.
Like it could have been
Actually,
even
it would
called
have
like
been perfect
Super
for
Jam or something.
Okay, so on another side note, they did a Spider Girl manga that was pretty good a little while back, but I have back when G4 TV
Oh, I
was
missed that
still
show.
yeah back when G4 TV was still a thing. I have
Wait a minute,
all
it's no longer a
four.
thing?
Okay, so that's complicated. It ended back in 2012, completely ended except for in Canada. It kept going until 2015, and then it finally ended there too. But they just recently brought it back on Twitch and YouTube. You can watch it live. You can go follow them. I suggest you follow them. They have their new people have gone a little woke, but Kevin Pereira and Adam Sessler are still freaking hilarious. So I let them slide on a lot of things. But anyway,
Oh man, I'm so happy about that. They're such a Ninja Gaiden
yeah,
fan. I can rock with
yeah.
that.
Oh, dude, it's awesome too. And if you watch any of their new content, it is like watching old G4, like the skits they do in Attack of the Show and the skits they do in X Play. It
Yeah,
is
I'm
hilarious.
subscribing into them right now.
Oh, and also go over. Do you remember the Electric Playground?
I think I remember something like that, but I didn't get into
Okay.
it, but I wanted to. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
it
Yeah,
now. The Electric Playground.
yeah.
The Electric Playground Network EPN.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and subscribe to him too. Um, Victor Lucas has been doing this for friggin' 25 years, and I'm 30, so this man has literally been, showing me all my favorite content most of my life. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that and I'm always willing to give them more subscribers because those guys are absolutely awesome, and they are doing the geek gods work. But anyway, now so I have okay. First off, I have Code Monkey season 1 and 2. Season 2 was tricky because they never released it for home release, and so I've got this weird bootleg version that required me to record every episode and cut out the commercials. It was a pain, but anyway, moving along. And then but anyway, on the anime side, I have all four um, Wolverine, X-Men, Blade, and Iron Man. I have the Rise of the Technovore Iron Man movie and Avengers Confidential, Black Widow, and Punisher. But yeah, all four series in their entirety, and both of the movies they did. And the two movies didn't get released till the channel had already been taken down. They were still NBC was still under contract to release them.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah.
I used to remember watching Wolverine and like X-Men over on Vice when they actually had those playing on
Are
there.
you talking
along with
about
Iron Man.
X-Men the animated series?
Well, no. There's an anime that G4 did. If I could find them, I'd show you guys. I'm looking through one of my.
Wait, hold up. Iron Man had an anime?
Yeah.
Yes. And
I've
a
seen
movie a movie that came after it.
Yeah,
Huh.
dude, I've seen a lot of shit. The Bloody Shadow. You probably.
Oh,
missed a
and
lot of stuff, dude.
and the showrunner for Blade
That's pretty
is
neat.
yeah, Warren Ellis worked a lot on these. The same guy that they just fired from Castlevania that did the first 3 seasons really, really well, and now they're and then got fired halfway through the 4th season.
Wait, you said Ghost Rider had an not
Not Ghost Rider, Blade.
Blade had an anime. I was asking if Ghost Rider had one because that
No.
would be really awesome. To be
That
honest,
would be really awesome.
That would be. But people keep saying Ghost Rider can beat Spawn. That's pissing me off.
But then again, I
It
think
could go
I just
either way.
want. But personally, I just think I just want a decent Ghost Rider adaptation.
It depends on which. Yeah, it depends on which Ghost Rider.
Johnny Blaze.
I mean, like, look, if you
Yeah.
want to say Ghost Rider can match Spawn's base level power, sure, he could. But
Okay,
full power Spawn, hell no.
full power Danny Ketch Ghost Rider though, I would put my money on Ketch over Spawn.
Yeah, I know, but Spawn, this dude rewrote the entire existence in the universe that he's in his god form, and you can go into that if you wanted to when he's in his Spawn power. Like Spawn, I'm sorry, he beats Ghost Rider. That's just for what I'm seeing. For what I know, he destroys him. At
Wait,
least at the end of it. In
Has
the grand
there
scheme
ever
of it.
been like a Spider-Verse but for Spawn? You know what I'm talking about, right?
It's called
Spawnverse?
it's called the Spawn universe. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Mhm.
One of them is called King Spawn and all that. I'm a huge Spawn fan. I've been growing up with Spawn
Because
ever since
honestly, I
1999.
think Spawn would work really cool for a more multiversal scale.
Spawn, and he's around. He's definitely in a multiversal range, if not higher, at full power. Spawn is he's probably the most powerful son of a bitch in fiction I've seen so far. Right next to the other characters, he is so goddamn broken.
Well, you know what they could do though? Okay, they could call it Hellscape or something like that, and it is if they could get control of this many IPs, like pay enough of them, and just I'm talking about all the Hell heroes from Hellboy to the dude from Dante's Inferno to the dude from the Dante from Devil May Cry. Like if they could put all the if they could put the Hell heroes and up against each other, just like a full-on fighting game, that would be so friggin' badass.
Personally, I would prefer like
Spawn would be the most
multiversal
broken
scale.
character in that game.
Oh, dude. No, man. You put Spawn up against Kratos, and that would be some real shit, man.
Oh, Kratos? I mean, yeah, Kratos is powerful. I agree, but I'm sorry. Listen, I know you guys are going to get mad at me. Dante, all of the characters, Dante will demolish Kratos. I'm sorry. I have to say it. He will demolish Kratos. He will demolish him. I'm sorry.
I mean, he did get killed at the end of the third game, so yeah, you'll be right.
I mean, Dante fought a universal being. Literally, he created a universe in Devil May Cry. I think the most broken characters in that game, or the sub bosses, would be Spawn and Dante if the game like that existed. Bubba, like that would be really cool. Like they'll be like sub bosses. They'd be the most powerful on the roster. Ghost Rider probably be third place.
I got an idea.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Though if you
idea for this supposed fighting game, Hellverse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was they could yeah. I don't know. They could do it kind of like Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
That would be pretty cool.
Imagine if Scorpion was there.
Oh, Scorpion would have to be there.
Yeah, because he's a demon. He would have to be.
Yes, this is your king. Get over here.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually.
You know, I've always wanted Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. Instead of saying "Get over here," he could say like "Get out of here," and then just
like if he launches somebody, launches somebody during a super move, that'd be freaking hilarious.
He said, he says get back here, so he might as well just say get out of here.
Yeah, but I just actually prefer it when he actually says get here, like whenever he freaking pulls his enemies closer to him.
Oh yeah, just have to answer this real
Good old
quick.
Scorpion.
What is your thoughts
on
Scorpion? Has anyone ever
style.
read the IDW Phase 1 Transformers comics?
No.
Nope.
I have to read it because I like Transformers a lot.
Yeah, same. Especially Prime.
All right, I'm gonna have to drop out for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, I really like Soundwave. He's like my favorite Transformer because Soundwave superior. But yeah, I think I'm into like G1 and Prime Transformers.
Uh,
And
Shit.
just saying, Prime is really underrated since no one really talks about it compared to like G1 or even animated.
Yeah, it's just sad how things are these days. Because we just live in a time where everything actually needs to be rebooted, so they can actually fit it for like certain agendas and shit like that. I just can't really stand that kind of crap.
I
Why can't
remember
we?
one time saying that it's none. I remember one time where that I said that you remember how in the I said in the Saints Row reboot that at least it's a reboot. Well, since Kikiro Baba says that's still not acceptable, I agree with him.
Yeah, because basically we're just getting tired of all these reboots and sequels. We want something new. Want something original. We
Wait,
don't regurgitated crap.
wait. I know I'm gonna sound stupid for this, but doesn't MCU Spider-Man count as not a reboot because it has Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield there?
Well, I wouldn't. Basically, I still have to see freaking No Way Home, but it does look very promising though.
Yeah, I've only heard that Tobey and Andrew are there, and I was thinking, is the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy part of the MCU now? Because if
Freaking
so, that
hope
would
so.
be because honestly, that would be really cool.
Yeah, and basically, I just can't really stand people,
Better yet,
freaking
maybe
just
that.
smearing the legacy of Stan Lee. The
Yeah, true.
man's a legend.
Yeah, I know, but it would be really cool to see if the X-Men universe, from 20th Century Fox was also part of the MCU as well. That means that Deadpool would be part of the MCU as well.
And basically, if that actually does happen, here's the thing: if basically you can't tone down the Punisher, you can't tone down Deadpool, you can't tone down any of the other violent characters, just so you can actually fit it under like the Disney umbrella. In fact, I just like how Dee Dee's idea was when she actually said, "Oh, now that we're actually being the mouse, friggin' I'll actually have to tone down the swearing a little bit." And then something weird happens, like either he actually stubs his toe or he actually has his leg cut off and he starts swearing like a sailor.
Personally, I would call the mouse the rat.
the rat.
The rat.
Sorry, I just couldn't help.
Yeah.
Picora.
But I've always saw the corporate side of Mickey Mouse as like a rat, since Mouse is like a smaller version of a rat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I still stick by my headcanon that Scrooge McDuck and Mickey swap minds.
Pretty much. That's pretty much it. I tell you, why do you think our copyright laws are so fucking authoritarian? Disney. Our entire copyright problem on YouTube and stuff, like indirectly, because the laws that are causing it, all Disney's fault.
Well, on the bright side, at least Disney won't get a hold of any anime.
Studio Ghibli. That's Disney.
Fuck. Wait, isn't it Studio Ghibli treated like how Pixar and the Marvel Studios have been treated?
Right, but that still means it's Disney's IP. I mean, for the licenses and stuff, Disney's licensed it from Japan, so it's still a Disney thing. Even Studio Ghibli is technically separate, and it's treated that way. It's still owned by Disney. So at any moment, like Disney could they have the full weight of the House of Mouse if they go after someone.
Well, true, but like I said, I prefer to see studios like Marvel Studios, Studio Ghibli, and Pixar to be separate entities. The only one I won't separate is Star Wars because, well, I want to blame someone for the sequel trilogy, and Disney's the perfect candidate for blame.
Honestly, George Lucas, I think, regrets selling that after, he should have anticipated that Disney would start cracking down on the extended universe and start getting rid of fan content. He should have known that would happen, but apparently he didn't.
Like,
Exactly.
"Aha! I'm gonna destroy the Marvel, but Star Wars universe and create
Pretty
it
much.
with my own fan fiction. Aha!"
Pretty much, and George Lucas was not nearly as authoritarian as Disney, but he should have known that Disney had a track record of being very authoritarian with their copyrights. And I think that I think that honestly, that's kind of like the reason why I hope Disney goes under someday, because if Disney goes under, it's one less company lobbying for shit. They want to, like the Sonny Bono Act and shit like that. That's the biggest problems is that's all Disney's fault. The Sonny Bono Act, I think the DMCA, which has basically allowed companies to take away ownership of the things we buy. That's all Disney's fault.
Personally, what pisses me off about Disney the most is how they treated Spectacular Spider-Man. Like, they canceled it for no other reason because Sony owns the rights to Spectacular. Can't they just make a deal like with how they did with MCU Spider-Man? I don't know. It just pisses me off.
They could. I know, but Sony is another company. I think after Disney goes under, Sony's going to be the one lobbying for tougher copyright laws. So we have to take them out too, just by not buying their shit.
Yeah,
honestly.
But still, Spectacular Spider-Man was canceled because of Disney, and that was like the best Spider-Man cartoon like ever to exist. And what do we get? The Amazing Spider-Man trilogy. I'm not saying Andrew Garfield is a bad Spider-Man. It's more like Mark Webb's fault than it is his.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not Andrew Garfield's fault that the movies sucked.
Yeah. And the thing I want to say about the whole DMCA and the whole DRM thing, honestly, I think that what we need is for a big push to get rid of the DMCA's anti-circumvention, because a lot of video games and stuff, the problem is that the DRM is going to kill the game, and even after the server, like even like for single player games that require activation and stuff through a server, that's gonna kill the game unless the company decides to release a patch that removes the DRM, like their final patch or something. And something that oftentimes never happens. So honestly, we should repeal the DMCA. And when they come saying, well, the pirates, they'll just make it easier for the pirates because they won't have it'll be legal to crack DRM.
Sorry, what game?
I was just listen. I fail to see where that's my problem.
Yeah.
Also, if I could just say this,
preservation, I think trumps the need for DRM.
Yeah, true, but if I could just say this real quick, I don't know why, but I have an idea on how Marvel gaming should be like. Okay, so you release the first Spider-Man game, then you release an Iron Man game, then after that maybe a Hulk or Captain America game, and then finally an X-Men game, and then at the end they could release like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, where all franchises come together to fight Doctor Doom or Loki or someone.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know this, Bleeding Shadow, they had an X-Men anime.
Oh. Nice.
Okay, so I was listening to y'all while I was doing stuff. All right, so first off, after the events of what happened in Loki, the series, the multiverse has been reawakened. Yes, technically both the Sam Raimi and Mark Webb, both of them exist in the multiverse. So I hope that answers that question because I am not giving any other spoilers.
So the Sam Raimi universe does exist in the MCU, but as an alternate reality.
Yes, yes.
I can't wait.
Close enough.
I can't wait to see the Hulk 2003 version in that universe and be happy.
Oh, come on, man! Y'all talking about the Mark Webb Amazing Spider-Man? Like y'all talking about that movie sucking, and then you're gonna turn around and stab me like that? Like, oh my gosh, I loved the Amazing Spider-Man 2. The first one not so much, but I like the second one.
Are you serious? I am the biggest fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay. I think it was Bleeding Shadow that said that the movie sucked or something. I don't know, but the point is,
I like Hulk 2003 and the Amazing Spider-Man. What?
Oh, sorry about that. It's just my opinion, and
oh, that's fine, man. You're allowed to have your opinion. I'm not attacking you or anything. I was just saying, like, yeah.
And like I said, it's not Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is not the problem. I think he's an all-right Spider-Man, to be honest.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Andrew Garfield, masked down, was the best Spider-Man. Quips, thwips, everything. You know, but Tobey Maguire was definitely the best Peter Parker. Like, mask off, the best Peter Parker. So what Tom Holland does is he merges those characters.
Yeah, but
well enough.
More like Iron Boy Jr.
Watch this new movie. Watch this new movie and then tell me your opinion.
This new movie probably fixes things, right?
Oh, you have no idea. Like, but they do something. Oh, yeah, this takes him back to his basic roots. Like, there is. I mean, we're talking power, responsibility, the whole 9 yards. But I mean, it is heartbreaking, and I promise you guys, I cried. Me and every grown man in that place cried like babies in front of women and children.
So fucking bad.
Wait, so let me get this straight. They fit Tom Holland Spider-Man is no longer Iron Boy Jr.
By the end of this movie, he is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I will promise you that. But it is very heartbreaking how he gets there.
Does he keep the red and black suit? Because honestly, that suit, when I
said I wasn't dropping any more spoilers.
Stop Bleeding Shadow. Nobody wants.
Sorry. But
I will say this: the thing that impressed me the most about this movie is that everybody came back. And we all knew that Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, and William Dafoe were going to be in this movie because they showed up in all of the freaking previews and all the interviews. But when I tell you that Ryza Vons and Hayden or Mark or what was it, Thomas Hayden Church showed back up to play the Lizard and Sandman, you have to understand. Everybody showed back up for this movie. Nobody stayed home. Nobody skipped out. They freaking showed up for this movie to reprise their roles. It was awesome.
I hope Venom showed up. I hope he showed up.
Wait, which
Dude,
one?
Have you seen Let There Be Carnage?
Yeah.
I'm watching this fucking movie.
Okay. Yeah. Have you seen? Okay, so you've seen the end credit scene from Let There Be Carnage?
I think I did.
Okay, you saw where they're in the hotel room in Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay, so just watch this movie, man. And yeah. But anyway, so
they're bringing the Spider-Man universe together. Thank you.
But while we are on the subject of Disney, I need to complain about something real quick, and it's not what y'all think I'm complaining about. So I had free tickets. My fiance and I, we had free tickets to go to the movies the other night, and so we went to see, since it was free, we went and saw Encanto, the one with the Hispanic girls, the Pixar movie. Okay, the marketing around that movie made it look like the most feminist piece of garbage you would ever imagine. Like, first off, they postponed the movie during COVID. Then they failed to market it. They didn't really market it before. Then they didn't really market it when it was on its way back. And then at the last minute, they start marketing it and they make it look woke as hell. Now, when I tell you that watching this movie, not only is it not woke, it is a really good movie. This is a nice, strong, traditional family value movie. This is the type of movie that you go to on a Sunday afternoon after church. This is a really, really, really good movie. Like, I'm telling you, like, kids of all ages, this is a really good, positive reinforcement of traditional family values, the likes of which we barely see anymore. Like, this is a really good movie. And all I can say is that I think Disney squashed it on purpose. I think because it preaches everything that they've been, they and other, that the big corporations have been trying to squash for the last, I'm talking about these objective universal values. I think that Disney decided that they did not want this movie to succeed because it makes people, it reinforces old demographic family values. And for that, I will never forgive them, because this was a really good movie, and there are so many people that would not take their children to see this movie because of what they thought it was. So many people that won't watch it, even people who trust me are saying, yeah, I'm not going to watch that, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit, because Disney let the marketing to this movie make it look like something it wasn't. But,
because
I mean,
that's right.
They do. And if there was ever, and I mean this, I am not this type of an alarmist, but if I were to ever say there was a case for racism on Disney's part, now would be that time. Because this is a, this is a, positive, and it's a Hispanic movie, and it's got a very strong cast, but Disney owes an apology to the cast and crew and anybody that spent time working, at any time and energy working on this movie, because this movie was really good. And it's good enough that I'm an action guy, and I'm sitting here talking about, a feel-good cartoon movie, made for 7-year-old girls. I'm sitting here talking about how great it is. So, this is, yeah.
I got an idea for, like, how Sony confirmed that there would be like another trilogy of Spider-Man movies? Here's what my idea for it. So the first film would feature the Scorpion, and so the second film would be all about Kraven and adapt Kraven's Last Hunt. And
Kraven's already getting his own movie.
Ow. And for the third and final Tom Holland movie, it will be all about the Hobgoblin. And adapt that. Remember that Spider-Man the Animated Series episode about the Hobgoblin's first appearance? Why not adapt that for a movie?
Yeah, that would be great, actually. I would like that.
Because in my opinion, Tom Holland Spider-Man does not need the Green Goblin or Doc Ock. They've already... What?
When you see this movie, you will understand they cover all the bases. Everything looks really good at the end of this movie.
Yo,
bleak and
listen,
but awesome.
I want to let everybody know, because back then I hated on Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I want to let everyone know. Yes, I did roast Tom Holland for a point, but I do not hate Tom Holland. Anytime I said I hate Tom Holland, it was referring to his Spider-Man. But I do not hate Tom Holland. Tom Holland is a great fucking actor. He's an amazing actor. I really do like him. But his Spider-Man was trash.
I still don't think he needs to be playing Nathan Drake. He's way too small and young looking.
He's playing everyone else.
Yeah, honestly, when I think Nathan Drake, I understand he's older, but when I think Nathan Drake, I think somebody like Nathan Fillion or somebody like that.
Personally, I would prefer Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt would be good, but I want Chris Pratt to play. Damn it, my mind. Damn it. Oh yeah, I want Chris Pratt to play the new Indiana Jones.
Yeah, true. But anyways, like I said,
Yeah.
for my potential third Spider-Man movie, I want to see Tom Holland fight the Hobgoblin instead
That
of
would be
like
fun.
the Green Goblin. But if you had to like throw in Norman Osborn for some reason, at least do Red Goblin.
Red Goblin. Huh.
Demi-Goblin. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I forgot about
he's had several names, but yeah.
Or
Guys,
like
sorry for actually not being here. It's just that
That's
my
fine.
Wi-Fi kicked out because we had a power surge,
That's-
and
that's
I was
okay.
trying to get
Oh,
back on.
yeah.
But another way you could incorporate Norman Osborn is like do the Dark Avengers.
Yes, I want to see an evil Avengers. We already seen a fucking evil Justice League for the umpteenth fucking time. I want to see a Dark Avengers.
Like I feel like Norman Osborn has way more potential of being Iron Patriot than he is the Green Goblin. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've left things open. This is not a spoiler. This is just anybody with common sense knows this. They've left things open that he's obviously, since y'all know this already, he has obviously met the Norman Osborn, the Doc Ock. I mean, he's met these villains from another timeline. So they've left things open that it was even in the previews. They kept he's like, do you know a Spider-Man? Yes. Is his name Peter Parker? Yes. Is this him? No. And so they could incorporate any of these people at any given time, new actors, whatever they want to do with them. And Sony really needs to retain control, though, because,
replacing Craven, since you said he'll be in his own solo film, I would say the Beetle.
Oh, yeah.
The Beetle, in my opinion, is a really underrated Spider-Man villain.
The Beetle. Oh yeah, I think I remember this character. Hold on, let me see. I think I remember this character. Yeah, I remember. Oh my god, I always thought he looked so goddamn cool as a kid. I remember
my introduction to him as a character was we used to rent it from Blockbuster every time me and my sister had the chance.
Ultimate Spider-Man?
It was Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends with Iceman and Firestar, and seeing from the 80s and seeing, or no, 70s, but anyway, seeing the Beetle in that one episode was like absolutely awesome. And that was my introduction. I was like 7 years old when I saw that character for the first time, and he was just so cool, the wings and the armor and everything.
Yeah. And like I said, the Beetle is a really underrated Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, like they need to start. I just hate how they be doing Spider-Man today, man. Speaking on the topic of Spider-Man, I was talking about this with my friend Mr. Anime, and pretty much, it's the Penny Parker character. I like Penny Parker because she was like kind of underrated and she, wasn't very known. I was like, oh my god, Penny Parker is so cool in the comics. This is an awesome mech Spider-Man. I love the mech too. The mech is so awesome looking. When they made the Into the Spider-Verse movie, one of the things that I noticed was the mech. I was like, they completely fucked up the mech. Instead of making the mech look like the one from the comics, they gave it an emoji face. Come on, you fucked up the mech. And then everyone started jacking off the Penny Parker on the internet. I'm like, you guys are gonna fuck up the image of Spider-Man. That character associates with Spider-Man. You're gonna fuck up his image.
Yeah.
That's where I made a Penny Parker on my channel.
Well, to be fair, Soundwave from the Prime series was literally the same thing.
Seriously.
And unfortunately, Rule 34 is a thing. It's unavoidable.
Listen, guys, let me say this right now. Porn is not bad. Hentai is not bad. It's not just the Rule 34, but it's the toxic weirdos on the internet making those sarcastic jokes like ravioli, don't freaking loot the lolly. I hate that fucking meme so much.
I think that actually started when that started. It's like that started.
That started
at
on
the
the
time,
Earth Can
I
bullshit.
had no idea where this anti-shipper stuff actually started. It actually started in the Voltron community and spread out from there. And the reason why you see it so much on Twitter is because this all happened on Tumblr before Tumblr decided
Of course
to
it's
do
Tumblr.
their porn ban, and then all those people came over to Twitter.
Tumblr and Reddit. Yeah, Tumblr and Reddit together were kind of the titans of that whole
And
downfall.
now that they're on Twitter, they might that they've basically had some sway now, and that's a problem that is it's real. They're escalating, and it's making it to where artistic freedom is going to die if nothing's done about these people.
Yeah, like, listen, I'm not saying they should not draw porn. I don't really care if Penny Parker is fit 14, but when you make stuff about this character and they act as cringy as they do, is like you kind of messing up because people's gonna resent the Spider-Man character. They're gonna look at the fan base like, man, this fan base is full of retards. I don't want to get into Spider-Man. Spider-Man
The fan
character is gonna
I mean,
die.
the fan base is a problem. I mean, then you got the wars, the shipping wars, and all that kind of stuff. It's the typical toxic fandom bullshit that we see.
Yeah, and I'm just so sick and tired of it with the Spider-Man. Look,
And it's
there's a
even
Spider-Man
worse.
X Lucina. There is a Spider-Man X Lucina ship made by Kongzilla Rex.
And it's
I
even
just-
worse now that these people who used to be on Tumblr are now on Twitter, where all the fucking brand accounts are for these companies.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna do all of this, and then all these faggots are like, "Oh, look at all the porn on the internet." I'm like, man, listen, I will go to war. You are not gonna ruin Spider-Man for me. You're not shipping it with Lucina. You're not fucking gonna make Penny Parker a cringy ass tool to ruin Spider-Man's image. You're not gonna keep fetishizing Venom. I'm gonna whoop your ass over Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I'll kick your ass over Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Also, if I
And I
use
said what I
that,
said. I'm gonna stick with that.
also I have to ask this real quick: is it just me, or am I the only one that thinks Mysterio is my favorite Spider-Man villain?
I fucking love Mysterio. You are not the only one.
Well, and that's the thing. You do have to admit the MCU did not destroy Mysterio. They actually made him okay. You know, I like that version of Mysterio.
I really
Yeah.
don't care too much for him, but I do think his suit looks really cool.
Well,
Yeah.
his suit. Okay. When I say they did him well, I'm talking about portraying how his powers work, or not
Yeah.
powers, but his gimmicks. They did a damn good job of making his hallucinations look really fucking real. Like that was awesome.
Yeah,
Well, if I could
especially that
just
part
be
of scene where
salty-
Iron Man was a zombie and he came back from the dead. That
Oh,
was
okay.
so fucking awesome.
Oh, okay, so
if
yeah.
I could just say this real quick, I was really salty that Mysterio was never even a main villain of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, but at least he
Oh.
was part of the MCU.
Okay, do you want to know what they were gonna do if there had been a Spider-Man 4?
What?
Okay, you remember Bruce Campbell had shown up in all 3 movies. He was the
Yeah.
announcer. He was supposed to be Mysterio in the 4th movie.
No way.
Yes, that was their original plan. He was going to be Mysterio.
He was gonna be like the main villain of the 4th film.
Well, and at first, like they were going to fake us out. He was supposed to be like early on. Spider-Man was supposed to bring him in, and he was supposed to look like a joke villain. And then after Spider-Man goes through hell, at the end of it, we were supposed to get the big reveal that Mysterio's been running all this shit from prison, and he breaks out in time to like play his final hand, you know, in the 3rd act. I kind of like that. I kind of dig that idea and kind of wish they
Oh
had done
my
it.
god, yes, that would have been a great idea.
Well, especially played by Bruce Campbell. Holy freaking fuck.
Dude,
Yeah,
Bruce Campbell
To
needs
be
some.
honest, I was kind of not even more so near, but I really do not like the Mysterio from the Spider-Man 2 game.
Oh, you talking about out of Enter Electro or Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi trilogy?
The Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let me see that
They
version.
did him dirty, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Those games
no, I'm looking
were
at
kind.
it. Yeah, they.
Those games were kind of a canon all on their own because they obviously don't fit in with the movies, and so I mean, you know, they took a few artistic liberties.
Though that
And
being said, at least Saturday Dimension gave him the respect that he deserved.
Hey guys, I gotta ask: is there anybody who likes the 2005 to 2007 Fantastic Four movies? Am I the only one who likes the Fantastic Four?
oh, dude. Okay. First off, I
Am
need
I
you
the
to
only one who
understand
likes
something.
Susan
No,
Storm and have a
no.
fucking
Okay. She's great, but you have to understand. Everybody arguing over Avengers versus X-Men. The Fantastic Four is my fucking team. The Thing is my hero. Ben fucking Grimm is my fucking hero. He is like I'm talking about.
Ben
Motherfucking
Grimm?
it's clobbering time. Ben
Oh
Grimm.
yeah, yes, I like it.
The Thing. The
Um,
Thing is my hero. He is like my spirit animal. The dude is, my favorite of favorites, man.
Do you like the Thing?
if I could say it, yeah, I actually like the Fantastic Four movies.
It's
from the
clobbering
2000s.
I did.
Dude,
Okay,
the
but
Thing's
Fan
fucking
Four
cool.
Stick can go rot in hell.
Yeah.
Huh?
Fan Four Stick can go rot in hell.
Who's that?
Four Stick?
Dude, you remember the weird reboot of the Fantastic Four that they didn't even say their name in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about from 2015?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie.
That
Do you know people I think his name was Gubbs? He actually compared the 2005 Fantastic Four to the 2015 version. I'm like, he's trying to give excuses to the fact that 2015 Fantastic Four is somewhat stronger than the other ones. I'm like,
Oh hell no.
but if I could just
I
go
mean,
on a
it
tangent-
depends on feats, but I mean,
Uh,
like, well, that'd be a good fight to see.
the Fan Four Stick was the reason why the Fantastic Four wasn't featured in Marvel anything.
Yes,
Like-
they dropped them. They completely did away with them. They did this terrible freaking end to the Fantastic Four where they ruined like everything about them, and then kind of had a nice
Hey guys,
strong
I'm gonna
ending.
say a few things, but hold on, I'm gonna let you guys finish because I need to find out the directors of these. So yeah, just finish.
Yeah, but Dan,
yeah, go ahead.
Dan Slott was the only person who brought back the Fantastic Four, and even he was a controversial figure.
Well, Dan Slott has a lot of issues. He is a decent writer when he does his job. That's the problem. It's not that he's a bad writer. It's that they have to hold him at gunpoint to do his damn job.
Yeah, but I remember that the Fantastic Four wasn't even featured in like Lego Marvel Superheroes or Marvel vs. Capcom.
They added like DLC in the Lego game later, but no, and see that's the thing. No pun intended. Anyway, the first Fantastic Four movie, the one now first off, I will forever defend the 1994 Roger Corman movie. I have a bootleg copy of that movie. It is actually a damn good movie. It's campy as all fuck, and it's kind of wonky, but they had all no-name actors and a pitiful budget, but they made a damn good movie. Now, moving to 2005, that movie was my movie. I absolutely loved that movie.
What about the Fantastic Four cartoon from the 90s?
I like the one from the 2000s, the anime, the 90s version. I love.
I got both of them. I've got both of them on DVD.
You know, the one that takes place during the X-Men continuity, the Marvel 90s animation continuity.
Oh yeah.
That one was cool. Hey,
Fantastic Four. Yeah, no, I love. Yeah.
I gotta say something. I must say.
All right, man.
The director of the Fantastic Four 2005 movie name is Tim Story, and the other one from the 2015 version, his name is Josh Trank. Okay, so we know that. Which versions of those characters in the fight would you think will win? The Tim Story version from the 2005 or the Josh Trank one from 2015?
I mean,
Tim
the
Story
2000s.
easily.
I mean, the 2000s, the Fantastic Four went up against freaking Galactus. Well, it wasn't really Galactus, but still, though.
So
no, they merged. They basically merged, or the 2015 one basically merged Annihilus and Doctor Doom. Is absolutely ridiculous. But as far as it goes,
why couldn't they just use Annihilus?
The Thing from the thing from the 2015 one is probably the only one who's actually powerful. The rest of them are pathetic. They're a joke when it comes to using their
Okay,
powers.
which version you think will win? Tim Story's thing or Josh Trank's?
Tim's story easily because
Why?
Reed Richards is because Reed Richards is a true leader and a tactician like he's supposed to be. He would be the reason they win. I love the Thing to death. He is my favorite character in all of Marvel. But when it comes down to it, I have to say that Reed Richards, the Tim Story version of Reed Richards, is going to be the decider in that battle.
So you think
against
he'll
Josh
demolish Josh Trank's version?
Yes.
Ultimately, team versus team, yes.
But what about one-on-one? With
One-on-one, that's a tough one because
that's what Gubbs was trying to do. Like the Susan Storm from Josh Trank's version of the Fantastic Four against the Tim Story one. He said that she could win against the other one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we all know that the Fantastic Four movies by Marvel Studios will probably be woke. That's my guess. But here's my ideas for like a Fantastic Four MCU film. So the first one would be adapting the first comic, and their first villain would be the Mole Man. Then the second film will be about the Skrulls. You know, the Skrulls that they'll be fighting against, and then at the end they'll be fighting Super Skrull.
Huh. Well, anyway, guys, I think it's actually high time we actually call it because, you know, it's been a little over 2 hours and I just don't think I can actually stay awake any longer. So let's let our final goodbyes out of the way.
You got to make a video on the Fantastic Four defending it. You have to. Because I was.
Oh, dude. Yeah. That's when I get my channel up and going. That is on the list.
Can you do the? Are you going to defend the one from the 2000s?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Josh Tranks is trash, but Tim Story's Fantastic Four was good. Rise of the Silver Surfer had problems, but I will take anything
about the 2000s one.
Yeah, I will take anything that that series had versus anything Josh Trank could come up with.
Also, I did like that Superman and Fantastic Four crossover. That is the most wholesome crossover in all of comimics. Fight me on.
Yeah.
I love
it. Let's get on our final goodbyes.
Well, anyway, Bubba, why don't we start with you?
With who?
Bubba.
Oh, okay. Well, as always, I do appreciate you allowing me to come on and gab for a little while. It has been a pleasure, everybody. And I hope that this new year brings us the joy and fortune that we are all so greatly in need of.
And we need more Fantastic Four content.
Yeah.
Amen.
Fair enough.
Well, honestly, I think that a good philosophy, do no harm, take no shit.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Shadow?
I'll keep that up.
All right. No, wait, hold up. Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day.
No, I was sorry. I was.
No. I wanted you to finish it.
Oh, okay.
Let's try this again. Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day.
The shadows will always be with you.
Well, it's more like darkness, but good enough.
The darkness will always be with you. Okay.
Yeah, good enough. See you guys.
All right.
Anyway. And also, DBZ and GT for life.
Well, all I have to say is I enjoyed this and keep rocking the dragon. That's all I have to say.
All right, and thank you guys for coming on board, dealing with my shenanigans is crazy. Let's see if 2022 can be a better year. Basically, we'll need to actually better ourselves, of course, as always. We need
to make a backup because I don't know what's going to happen to YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And also, as always, just remember these three things, guys. Respect the waifus, enjoy your fans, enemies, freedom. And until the next one, this is Mr. Enemy 343 scene. Sign, everyone.
Peace out.
See ya.
Later.